Namaste. Welcome to Smriti. Namaskaram Prabhakar Garu. Thank you so much for coming back again. Today in the Vedas channel in Smriti, you have kindly taken our request of explaining on the Tattva of Ganapati, Ganesha, Vinayaka. Very recently, we have all celebrated the big celebration, the festive celebration of Ganesha Chaturthi, Vinayaka Chaviti, called in many forms and names around the world. Some people do know about it. They talk Atharva Sirsha, Ganapati Atharva Sirsha. So I was curious about is it in the Atharva Veda? Where does it originate from? We would like to know a lot more about Ganapati Atharva Sirsha today. Thank you so much, Andy, for taking our request.
Thank you, Vani, Satyavani, for having given an opportunity to open, to talk on Ganapati, the most important deity, who is a Prathama Pujya, and he is a shock absorber par excellence. And all sorts of difficulties or calamities or happenings, he will be able to absorb for himself and give you peace. Shanti. So Ganapati is the Lord of Ganas. Gana is groups. That we have got Deva Gana, Yaksha Gana, Kinnara Gana, Kim Purusha Gana, Manushya Gana, Jantu Gana, etc. So many groups in the creation. So he is one who is a Ganapati. Therefore, the Rigveda mantra begins, Gananam Tva Ganapatigum Havamahe, Ganapatim Havamahe, Kavim Kavinam, like that it goes. But Gananam Tva Ganapatigum, there is a Gananam and Ganapati. So you can imagine that he is the Ganapati of all the Ganas. And his Upanishad, or a Upanishad that goes after his name is Ganapati Upanishad, and there is the tag for that Atharva Sirsha, because this particular Upanishad belongs to Atharva Veda. Atharva Veda has got innumerable Upanishads, more than 1,000 and odd Upanishads are there. Though Atharva Veda is people's Veda, but lot of philosophical thinking and spiritual pursuit, etc., is found in Atharva Veda. And therefore, we have got Atharva Sirsha Ganapati Upanishad, and we have around 5 such Sirsha Upanishads in the literature, in the Upanishadic world. One is Ganapati Upanishad, Narayana Upanishad, Rudra Upanishad, Surya Upanishad, and Devi Upanishad. So Devi is not forgotten. So we have got Durga Parameswari is also. So these are all the 5 Atharva Sirsha Ganapatis. And what do you mean Atharva? Means no Tharva, pain free. Tharva is pain. Na. So Atharva. Sirsha is priority, prime, and the top of it, or most important one. Therefore, Atharva Sirsha means that it is such a top important Upanishad talking about Ganapati, and also giving us all-round success, all-round happiness, trying to remove all sorts of obstacles, because the obstacles are there, only Ganapati is capable of it. So in simple words, I said shock absorber. And this particular Upanishad contains 14 mantras, very simple one. It will not take much time, but it begins with Shanti mantra, which is found in the Rigveda and all other Vedas, and again concludes with the same Shanti mantra. So in between the 2 Shanti mantras, the knowledge about Ganapati has been sandwiched, so that we know that we begin with Shanti, we end with Shanti. Ganapati is Shanti, Ganapati is the peace. in a sense that when we invite Ganapati for our own pujas, he will come and sit. When he comes and sits, then we start our puja, and all gods one by one will come and join. If they are interested, they will stay till when their names are taken, otherwise they will be going away. But Ganapati is one god and he is very heavyweight, he will not easily move, as we know. And we have got descriptions about it, but there is a symbolism and other meanings and interpretations for the frame of Ganapati, as we are all seeing in our story. So every bit of the Ganapati's personality or figure is very much spiritual and symbolic, as a result of which we feel that he is simply a Parabrahman and he is simply an abstract principle guarding us, chasing us, protecting us, showing us the pathway in all respects. Therefore, Ganapati Upasana is very popular. There are so many, and this particular Upanishad is called simply to talk about Ganesha Vidya, because Upanishads are all Vidyas, and this is called Ganesha Vidya. When you talk about Surya Bhagavan, that is Surya Upanishad, that is called Savitri Vidya, and like that, these are all short but Vidya. The word Vidya means tenable for Upasana. It is said that if you repeat Ganapati Atharva Sirsha Upanishad both morning and evening for 11 days, or depends upon the timing, and you will definitely get whatever you want and remove all obstacles. So there are people who have verified and found the results of that. Therefore, in our Vedic tradition, Hindu life, this Ganapati Atharva Sirsha Upanishad has become so popular. As we are all aware, apart from this Prasiddhi Vinayaka Vratam, which is annual, once in a year he will come on Chaturthi day, and sometimes he comes with his mother, or he will come alone. He will send his mother first, then he follows. Otherwise, both of them come. But before mother, he will never come. He wants, that is the support of the mother, Parvati, because he is a creation of Parvati. He is called Parvati Putraha and Shiva Sutaha. So invariably, that kind of mother and father attributes are there, because hardly we have gods whose mothers are, or fathers are mentioned. But innately in the instance of Ganapati, we have either the mother name is taken or a father's name. Thereby, the parents are happy. Whatever fame the boy gets, if the parent name is taken, the parents are happy. When parents are happy, then all that happiness will promote the prosperity of the son or children. Therefore, you see, I don't know, in the tradition, we got a beautiful prayer. Agajanana Padmarkam Gajanana Maharnisham. So the very name Agaja is Parvati, because Aga is the mountain lord's daughter. So she is Agaja. Anana Padma is her face. Arka is sun. So whenever the Kamala, the lotus, when sun is there, the lotus becomes so happy, it blossoms and it just shines. So much glittering and glycerin will be there on that. So like that, whenever the Ganapati is there before Parvati, she becomes happy. Therefore, in this prayer, you note that mother is taken into count too. So we don't have such prayers other than this Ganapati. You can observe so many prayers are there, but not like this. And this is something like an ornament where you cannot remove any part of it. It's just ornament only. So that is the chief importance of this Ganapati. And Ganapati or Vinayaka, we have got 31 names, 31 Ganapatis are there. But 32 Ganapatis are there. But somehow all Prasiddhi Vinayaka is one kind of Ganapati, which is annual. But you recently, somehow, somewhere it has picked up. We have got Sankashta Hara Ganapati. That happens to be the 31st form of Ganapati. But every month on the Amavas, before Amavasya, after Purnima, the 4th day, is taken as the Ganapati Atharva Sirsha Chaturthi. So much important. And those people who observe the Ganapati Puja, they will be instantaneously relieved from all sorts of things. They become famous, they get good education, they get removed of all, and they get moksham also. Because Ganapati is all in all, as we are going to hear in the content of the Upanishad, which we are going to recite. And I requested the Satyavani also to say one time. I say one time. Those who listen, you just also repeat it, because we like to do it slowly. And the object is that you should also have that kind of the vibrant energy to fill in your own personalities, that we become stronger. After all, we are all empty and weak people. So glass, fragile, handled with care. That is our body. After all, our body is a blood bottle. So anything happens, blood comes out. No, we should not. Therefore, so long we are safe, the blood is safe inside us. Like that, here also the Ganapati Atharva Sirsha Upanishad is very powerful, and he will take care of us whenever. Therefore, and here we have got a very calculative thing also. Ganapati, we have been given the mathematics of the Mula Mantra of Ganapati, and and also the seer for the Ganapati, and the Dhyana Sloka, how we should imagine Ganapati to be in the form when we start meditating. So therefore we have got a sloka, meditation for Dhyana Sloka we call it. And then ultimately there is one line or passage where many significant forms and powers of Ganapati have been enlisted, and therefore the moment you start reciting this particular text, all that letters or phonemes are vibrant, and your whatever little moroseness that we have got, that will get dispelled, and you will be spirited, you will be enthused, and that you will definitely find when we just complete it. And so this Ganesha Gayatri, which we are going to learn, has got a lot of effect upon physical, intellectual, intuitional, and self-realizing scope. So we must want a scope, and that scope is we have 7 scopes, but our horoscope tells us the scope is good for us. we don't want any other scopes. Our horoscope is basic. That's why Ganapati is taken as Tvam Mooladhare Sthitosi. He is an earthly god, but from Mooladhara Chakra, he is in the earth. So from that, he will rise up, and give all kinds of things. Therefore, even Lalita Parameswari also is described as Mooladhara Sthita. She is also there. So Amma and son both are occupying the Mooladhara Chakra. And from there, all activity for them to operate, to organize, to administer the whole world will begin. Therefore, it is a cooperative enterprise between mother and son. And in Lalita Sahasranam also said, Mahaganesha Nirbhinna Vigrayantra Prarshitaya Namo Namaha. You could not imagine the joy of Lalita Parameswari when that Mahaganesha was able to break down the difficulty, that Mahanirbhinna Vigrayantra caused by that Bhandasura in the war, something like Abhimanyu trying to chase that Chakravyuha. So we have got that kind of heroic deeds also, and all that we have got a small depiction in brief about Ganapati. So with this introduction, we'll go with the text, and if there is some more time left out, I will talk about the importance of this Ganapati for our daily purposes, because we have got to maintain ourselves. And we should also have that kind of satisfaction and good health and success in our endeavors, and give a satisfaction. Not only it is personal, also impersonal. Impersonal in the sense that the inmates of your family, your house, they also should get the vibrations and benefits. But Ganapati is like that. If one person resides, he will take the entire group into count, because it's a Ganapati. So it is not only the mother or father or Purohit who comes to your house and resides. All people, all inhabitants are taken, not only in the house, but all over the world. That's why the word Gana and his lordship over that has that kind of significance and importance. Now we recite Amma, we'll go with that. I told that this mantra, this Upanishad begins with one Shanti mantra, and it has a lot of importance because in our life we want most important Bhadram and Swasti. Bhadram is security, happiness, and whatever you have, it should be secure. And then Swasti is eligibility, health to enjoy whatever Bhadram has been given to you. No problem, physical or spiritual or intellectual. You should happily receive a experience and become happy. So Anandanubhava. So there should be Ananda Anubhava also there. So only when there is Anubhava, that Anubhava is what is called as Swasti. Sukham Asti, Sutaram Asti, Sushtu Asti. Now we strictly recite the Upanishad. Om Bhadram Karnebhih Shrunuyama Devaah.
Om Bhadram Karnebhih Shrunuyama Devaah.
Bhadram Pasyemakshabhih.
Bhadram Pasyemakshabhih.
Yajatraah.
Yajatraah.
Sthirairangaiः.
Sthirairangaiः.
Tushtuvagumsah.
Tushtuvagumsah.
Anubhih.
Anubhih.
Vyasema Devahitam.
Vyasema Devahitam.
Yadayuhu.
Yadayuhu.
Swasti na Indro Vruddhasravaah.
Swasti na Indro Vruddhasravaah.
Swasti na Pusha.
Swasti na Pusha.
Vishwavedaah.
Vishwavedaah.
Swasti nastarkshyo.
Swasti nastarkshyo.
Arishtanemihi.
Arishtanemihi.
Swasti no Bruhaspatihi.
Swasti no Bruhaspatihi.
Dadatu.
Dadatu.
Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Om Namaste Ganapataye.
Om Namaste Ganapataye.
Tvameva pratyaksham tatvamasi.
Tvameva pratyaksham tatvamasi.
Tvameva kevalam.
Tvameva kevalam.
Kartasi.
Kartasi.
Tvameva kevalam. Dhartasi.
Tvameva kevalam. Kartasi.
Tvameva kevalam.
Tvameva kevalam.
Artasi.
Artasi.
Tvameva sarvam.
Tvameva sarvam.
Kalvidam brahmasi.
Kalvidam brahmasi.
Tvam sakshat.
Tvam sakshat.
Atmasi nityam.
Atmasi nityam.
Rutam vachmi.
Rutam vachmi.
Satyam vachmi.
Satyam vachmi.
Avatvam mam.
Avatvam mam.
Avavaktaram.
Avavaktaram.
Avasrotaram.
Avasrotaram.
Avadhataram.
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 Avanochanam.
Avanochanam.
Avasishyam.
Avasishyam.
Avapaschatatu.
अवपश्चात्तातु
अवपुरस्तातु
अवपुरस्तातु
अवोत्तरात्तातु
अवोत्तरात्ता अवोत्तरात्तातु
अवदक्षिणात्तातु
अवदक्षिणात्तातु
अवच
अवच
ऊर्ध्वात्तातु
ऊर्ध्वातातु
अव अधरात्तातु
अव अधरातातु
सर्वतो मां पाहि
सर्वतो मां पाहि
पाहि समन्तातु
पाहि समन्तातु
त्वं वाङ्मयः
मम वाङ्मयः
त्वं चिन्मयः
मम चिन्मयः
त्वमानन्दमयः
त्वमानन्दमयः
त्वं ब्रह्ममयः
त्वं ब्रह्ममयः
त्वं सच्चिदानन्दात्
त्वं सच्चिदानन्दात्
अद्वितीयोऽसि
अद्वितीयोऽसि
त्वं प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मासि
त्वं प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मासि
त्वं ज्ञानमयो
त्वं ज्ञानमयो
विज्ञानमयोऽसि
विज्ञानमयोऽसि
सर्वं जगदिदं
सर्वं जगदिदं
त्वत्तो जायते
तो जायते
सर्वं जगदिदं
सर्वं जगदिदं
त्वत्तस्तिष्ठति
भक्तस्तिष्ठति
सर्वं जगदिदं
सर्वं जगदिदं
त्वयि लयमेष्यति
त्वयि लयमेष्यति
सर्वं जगदिदं
सर्वं जगदिदं
त्वयि प्रत्येति
त्वयि प्रत्येति
त्वं भूमिः
त्वं भूमिः
आपो नलो
आपो नलो
अनिलो नभः
अनिलो नभः
त्वं चत्वारि
त्वं चत्वारि
वाक्पदानि
वाक्पदानि
त्वं गुणत्रयातीतः
त्वं गुणत्रयातीतः
त्वम् अवस्था
त्वम् अवस्था
त्रयातीतः
त्रयातीतः
त्वं देहत्रयातीतः
त्वं देहत्रयातीतः
त्वं कालत्रयातीतः
कालत्रयातीतः
त्वं
त्वं
मूलाधारे स्थितोऽसि
मूलाधारे स्थितोऽसि
नित्यं
नित्यं
त्वं शक्तित्रयात्मकः
त्वं शक्तित्रयात्मकः
त्वां योगिनो ध्यायन्ति
मां योगिनो ध्यायन्ति
नित्यं
नित्यं
त्वं ब्रह्मा
त्वं ब्रह्मा
त्वं विष्णुस्त्वं
त्वं विष्णुस्त्वं
रुद्रस्त्वमिन्द्रः
रुद्रस्त्वमिन्द्रः
त्वमग्निः
त्वमग्निः
त्वं वायुः
त्वं वायुः
त्वं सूर्यः
त्वं सूर्यः
त्वं चन्द्रमाः
त्वं चन्द्रमाः
त्वं ब्रह्मा
त्वं ब्रह्मा
भूर्भुवः
भूर्भुवः
स्वरो
स्वरों
गणादिं पूर्वम्
अनादिं पूर्वम्
उच्चार्य
उच्चार्य
वर्णादिं
वर्णां
तदनन्तरम्
तदनन्तरम्
अनुस्वारः
अनुस्वारः
परतरः
परतरः
अर्धेन्दु
अर्धेन्दु
रसितम्
असितम्
तारेण रुद्धम्
आरेण रुक्तम्
एततो
एततो
पवमनुस्वरूपम्
अवमनुस्वरूपम्
गकारः पूर्वरूपम्
अकारपूर्वरूपम्
अकारो मध्यमरूपम्
अकारो मध्यमरूपम्
अनुस्वारः
अनुस्वारः
अन्त्यरूपम्
अन्त्यरूपम्
बिन्दुरुत्तररूपम्
इन्दुरुत्तररूपम्
नादः
नादः
सन्धानम्
सन्धानम्
सगुंहिता
सगुंहिता
सन्धिः
सन्धिः
ऐषा गणेशविद्या
ईशा गणेशविद्या
तैषा गणेशविद्या
ईशा गणेशविद्या
गणकऋषिः
गणकऋषिः
निचुद्गायत्री
विशुद्गायत्री
छन्दः
छन्दः
श्रीमहागणपतिः
श्रीमहागणपति
देवता
देवता
ॐ गं गणपतये
ॐ गं गणपतये
नमः
नमः
एकदन्ताय
एकदन्ताय
विद्महे
विद्महे
वक्रतुण्डाय धीमहि
वक्रतुण्डाय धीमहि
तन्नो दन्ती
तन्नो दन्ती
प्रचोदयातु
प्रचोदयातु
एकदन्तम्
एकदन्तम्
चतुर्हस्तम्
चतुर्हस्तम्
पाशम्
पाशम्
अङ्कुशधारिणम्
अङ्कुशधारिणम्
रदं च वरदम्
रदं च वरदम्
हस्तैर्बिभ्राणम्
हस्तैर्बिभ्राणम्
मूषकध्वजम्
मूषकध्वजम्
रक्तं लम्बोदरम्
रक्तं लम्बोदरम्
शूर्पकर्णकम्
शूर्पकर्णकम्
रक्तवाससम्
रक्तवाससम्
रक्तगन्धानुलिप्ताङ्गम्
रक्तगन्धानुलिप्ताङ्गम्
रक्तपुष्पैः
रक्तपुष्पैः
पूजितम्
पूजितम्
भक्तानुकम्पिनम्
भक्तानुकम्पिनम्
एवम्
एवम्
जगत्कारणम्
जगत्कारणम्
अच्युतम्
अच्युतम्
आविर्भूतम् च
आविर्भूतं च
सृष्ट्यादौ
सृष्ट्यादौ
प्रकृतेः
कृते
पुरुषात् परम्
पुरुषात् परम्
एवं ध्यायति
एवं ध्यायति
यो नित्यम्
यो नित्यम्
अयोगी योगिनाम्
योगी योगिनाम्
वरः
परः
नमो व्रातपतये
नमो रातपतये
नमो गणपतये
नमो गणपतये
नमः प्रमथपतये
नमः प्रमथपतये
नमस्तेस्तु
नमस्तेस्तु
लम्बोदराय
लम्बोदराय
एकदन्ताय
एकदन्ताय
विघ्ननाशिने
विघ्ननाशिने
शिवसुताय
शिवसुताय
श्रीवरदमूर्तये
श्रीवरदमूर्तये
नमः
नमः
एतत्
एतत्
अथर्वशीर्षम्
अथर्वशीर्षम्
योधीते
नोधीते
सब्रह्मभूयाय
सब्रह्मभूयाः
भूयाय
भूयाय
कल्पते
कल्पते
सर्वविघ्नैः
स सर्वविघ्नैः
न बाध्यते
Can you please repeat?
न बाध्यते
न बाध्यते
स सर्वत्र
स सर्वत्र
सुखमेधते
सुखमेतते
स पञ्चमहापापातु
स पञ्चमहापापातु
प्रमुच्यते
उच्यते
सायम् अधीयानो
सायम् अधीहानो
दिवसकृतम् पापम्
दिवसकृतं पापं
नाशयति
नाशयति
प्रातरधीयानो
प्रातरधीयानो
रात्रिकृतम् पापम् नाशयति
रात्रिकृतपापनाशं
पापम् नाशयति
पापं नाशयति
सायं प्रातः
सायं प्रातः
प्रयुञ्जानो
प्रयुञ्जानो
पापो
पापो
अपापो भवति
अपापो भवति
सर्वत्र
सर्वत्र
अधीयानो
अधीयानो
अपविघ्नो
अपविघ्नो
भवति
भवति
धर्मार्थकाम
धर्मार्थकामा
मोक्षं च
मोक्षं च
विन्दति विन्दति
विन्दति
इदमथर्वशीर्षम्
इदमथर्वशीर्षम्
अशिष्याय
अशिष्याय
न ध्येयम्
न ध्येयम्
यो यदि मोहात्
यो यदि मोहात्
दास्यति
दास्यति
सपापीयान् भवति
स पापीयान् भवति
सहस्रावर्तन
सहस्रावर्तन आद्यं
यं कामम्
यं कामम्
अधीते
अधीते
तं तमनेन
तं तमनेन
साधयेतु
साधयेतु
अनेन
अनेन
गणपतिमभिषिञ्चति
गणपतिमभिषिञ्चति
वाग्मी भवति
वाग्मी भवति
चतुर्थ्याम्
चतुर्थ्याम्
अनस्नन्
अनस्नन्
जपति
तपति
सविद्यावान्
विद्यावान्
भवति
भवति
इति
इति
अथर्वणवाक्यम्
अथर्वणवाक्यम्
ब्रह्मादि
ब्रह्मादि
आवरणं विद्यात्
आवरणं विद्यातु
न बिभेति
न बिभेति
कदाचनेति
कदाचनेति
यो दूर्वाङ्कुरैः
यो धूर्वाङ्कुरैः
यजति
यजति
सः
सः
वैश्रवणः
वैश्रवणः
उपमो भवति
उपमो भवति
यो लाजैः यो लाजैः
यो लादैः
यजति
यजति
सः
सः
यशोवान् भवति
यशोवान् भवति
सः
सः
मेधावान् भवति
मेधावान् भवति
यो मोदकसहस्रेण
यो मोदकसहस्रेण
यजति
यजति
सः
सः
वाञ्छितफलम्
वाञ्छितफलम्
अवाप्नोति
अवाप्नोति
यः साज्य
यः साज्य
समिद्भिः
निर्भिः
यजति
यजति
स सर्वं लभते
स सर्वं लभते
स सर्वं लभते
स सर्वं लभते
अष्टौ ब्राह्मणान्
अष्टौ ब्राह्मणहं
सम्यक्
सम्यक्
ग्राहयित्वा
राहयित्वा
सूर्यवर्चस्वी भवति
सूर्यवर्चस्वी भवति
सूर्यग्रहे
सूर्यग्रहे
महानद्यां
महानद्यां
प्रतिमा सन्निधौ
प्रतिमासन्निधौ
वा जप्त्वा
वाचप्त्वा
सिद्धमन्त्रो भवति
सिद्धमन्त्रो भवति
महाविघ्नातु
महाविघ्नातु
प्रमुच्यते
मुच्यते
महादोषातु
महादोषातु
प्रमुच्यते
प्रमुच्यते
महापापातु
महापापातु
प्रमुच्यते
प्रमुच्यते
महाप्रत्यवायातु
महाप्रत्यवायातु
प्रमुच्यते
प्रमुच्यते
स सर्वविद्भवति
स सर्वविद्भवति
स सर्वविद्भवति
स सर्वविद्भवति
एवं वेद
एवं वेद
ॐ भद्रं कर्णेभिः
ॐ भद्रं कर्णेभिः
शृणुयाम देवाः
शृणुयाम देवाः
भद्रं पश्येम
भद्रं पश्येमाम्
अक्षभिः
अक्षभिः
यजत्राः
यजत्राः
स्थिरैरङ्गैः
स्थिरैरङ्गैः
पृष्ठवागुंसः
तुष्टुवागुंसः
तनूभिः
नूभिः
Vyasema
Vyasema
Devahitam
Devahitam
Yadayuhu
Yadayuhu
Swastina Indro
Swastina Indro
Vruddhasravaha
Vruddhashravaha
Swastina Pusha
Swastinah Pusha
Vishwavedaha
Shvavedaha
Swastinastarchyo
Swastinastarkshyo
Arishtanemihi
Arishtanemihi
Swastino
Swastino
Bruhaspati Dadhatu
Brahaspatir Dhadhatu
Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Om Shanti Shanti Shantihi
Shri Mahaganapati
Shri Mahaganapate
Prasada Siddhirastu
Prasada Siddhirastu
Sarvam Sri
Sarvam Shri
Krishnarpanamastu
Krishnarpanamastu
Veda Purusha
Veda Purusha
Asirvadostu
Ashirvadostu
Om Tatsatu.
Om Tatsatu.
So you have seen how beautiful it is,
It is
how
indeed.
calm, quiet and equipoised mind. And when you are reciting these sounds, after all these words and expressions are sounds only.
Right.
So Paramatma is Sabdamayaha.
Mm.
Sabdamayaha and Sabda Brahma. That Brahma, how do you say? That Brahma is in the form of sound.
Right.
And that sound can travel anywhere. To make the sound travel everywhere, Vayu is there, the wind god.
Mhm.
So the sounds reach your ears and that Brahma enters through your ear canal and goes and takes seat in your heart. When once you recite these sounds, so Ganapati will stay. Now he goes back to Muladhara, his original residential place.
Mhm.
And therefrom he will govern everything of body, mind and spirit. Apart from that, the lokas. So you have seen that is a Ganesha Vidya, and this Ganesha Vidya has been given to us by a great seer, Ganaka Rishi. So we have to
Okay.
remember the Ganaka Rishi
Okay.
who has given you this.
Mhm.
And he has given you Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. If you can't recite the whole Upanishad,
Mhm.
you're always running, pressed by time, looking at your wristwatch, and we have got so many excuses. Poor Ganapati, what does he do? He will only look at you, Baba, whatever it is, take the small utterance. Om Gam Ganapataye. Yeah, utter this and run to your bus or start your car. So, it is what Ganaka Rishi has given you. And if you have some more time, good, you just recite the Gayatri, Ganapati Gayatri, Ekadantaya Vidmahe Vakratundaya Dhimahi, Tanno Danti Prachodayat. See, Danti having the two tusks. One is half broken and another is only one. Ekadantam, we call him as Ekadanta. For him, useful Danta is only one. The other one is cannot do, but still it will be because he has sacrificed. He just plucked out that Danta and killed one Gajasura with that. Because that Asura was such that he had so many boons that nothing should kill him. Nobody should kill him. So then Gajasura was done only because of that Patadanta, because our Vishnu and gods are having always solutions when they give boons, sanctioned boons. And this Gajavatara, Ganapati's emergence is also there because of the Rakshasas, because the Rakshasas become talkers. And so this Ganapati, we have got a picture of Ganapati. Any painter can draw the picture of Ganapati as is to be meditated upon when you are making the upasana of Atharva Sirsha Upanishad because he has got Mushaka Dvajam, he has got big pot belly, Lambodara. It's called pot belly. Nobody should have it. Only he could have, but it is a symbolic and healthy one for him. And he has got, because he's an elephant, more food. So he has got that elephant ear, that Surpa Karnam. Surpa is the winnowing basket. Surpa is that, Surpa Karnakam. And he loves to wear red dress, Raktam. And he likes to have Rakta Gandha, red Gandha, and always red flowers, and red Gandham, and red dress. But because of that, he will be always very, very kind and compassionate towards his devotees. Bhakta Anukampa. Anukampa means not only once showing compassion, he has to keep on repeatedly showing compassion upon the devotee till he breathes his life. Amaranantam Vigneshwaraha Rakshati Palayati. So that's why he's called Anukampa. Kampa is just compassion or krupa, but Anukampa is repetition of that. Anytime he is ready to extend in spite of our mistakes. And he is the Achyuta. We all die, but he only remains constant. Chuti is Nacha. We are all Chutas. But Achyuta is no Chuti, they don't die. That's why for Surya Bhagavan, Surya is Ganapati only, there is a statement in Veda that Pasyan Janmani Surya. Surya Bhagavan is so unfortunate. He keeps on watching. People born, people dying, people born. See, when people born, happiness. When people die, sorrow. But he doesn't matter. He will have to rise at east in the morning and go to west in the evening. He's so busy, running. Anyway, so Anjaneya was the only first and last student who got graduated from Surya Bhagavan. And like that, so here also, and Jagat Karana. See, for the outcome of the world, Ganapati is a Karana, and he is not that created by Parvati or Srishtiyadav Avirbhuta. He is not born, but he is just emerged. See, some gods are there who are emerging. Some gods are there who are born. Rama is born, Krishna is born, but Narasimha Swami is Uddhava. So Uddhava is a Narasimha. Like that, gods have to choose. And Sat Ganapati, and this particular is a Mula mantra.
Prabhakar Garu, if you don't mind, I must have committed so many mistakes, not committed. I know I'm aware of it because I did not have a text. I was trying to listen to you and then repeat after you. Would you be like gracious to kind of recite the whole thing just by yourself for the benefit of all, even for...
So I think you have done right. And
Okay.
only here and there 2 or 3, I corrected immediately.
Okay.
You just uttered. So I don't think it is needed because those people,
All right.
my pronunciation is there and their pronunciation always adds to that like yours.
Okay.
Therefore, we will not grab into their time. So once we are done,
Okay.
and wherever you committed mistake, you have already, I have corrected immediately, did it.
Thank you.
Therefore, because you express difficulty, you can say one sloka and there any mistakes done will be exempted.
All right.
Please say Yadaksharam
Sharam
Padabrashtam
Padabrashtam
Matrahinam tu
Matrahinam tu
Yadbhavet
Yadbhavet
Tatsarvam
Tatsarvam
Chamyatam Deva
Shamyatam Deva
Narayana Namostute
Narayana Namostute
Visarga
Visarga
Bindu Matrani
Bindu Matrani
Pada
Pada
Padaksharani cha
Padaksharani cha
Nyunati Riktam
Nyunati Riktam
Yat Kinchitu
Yat Kinchit
Abhihi Nirbhihi Girbihi
Girbihi
Udirayet.
Udirayet.
If you repeat these two slokas, then by chance, because you are just entrant into the world
Yes.
but I am so happy that you are able to catch up and then recite and make you, because Veda recitation is a little harder, Sloka recitation is easy. But you are able to stand up for the Veda recitation.
Thank
And with
you.
practice, you will master. Yes, I have been teaching so many ladies also,
Okay.
and they are very happy. And I'm then and there correcting, and therefore I believe that form is not important. The interest is important, and Purva Janma Punya and Samskara is important. Always ladies put the question, can ladies recite the Veda? Can they have authority? Well, these questions are there. There are many Sanskrit Pandits and Veda Pandits who say no. And they argue for that and they shout at it. But I am somehow as an academician also, not merely traditionalist, I would always encourage people to pronounce because it's a part of pranayama. Because the word yoga or yogi comes into operation when you recite the sloka or Veda mantra. One has to become yogi, and this is one scope to become a yogi. So I think Satyavani, you have done a wonderful job making the entire Ganapati to come into your net. And then with him, especially we are all running Ganapati Navaratris or
Yes.
Ganapati Saptaratris, whatever we can, or Pancharatri or Triratri. People have got that kind of choice because Ganapati is such a ready man, that ready God. Whatever number of times you like to keep, he will not grumble, I have to go. He will just stay with you. And only when you send him, he will go. And with a prayer, Ganapati Bappa, Orya. So he will just come back. And that is the importance of Ganapati or Agni. Or these are the specially chosen gods who are ready to come whenever you just send invitation. When Satyavani says, please let us have a program, and then we all listen to her. So gods also listen to her, to listen to the devotee, and they never say no. So they are always present. Avahayami means done. They will come. So that's why this particular Ganapati Upanishad, which we are including into our Vedic system, or in our net with that is smriti.upasana.net, which has been created by her. And it will expand and it will expand and grow and be a star among number of websites. But our Veda is so inspiring. We learn, we get wisdom, and we get punya also. Wisdom and learning apart, we get a lot of punyam and janma sarthakata happens. Here it is. You see, here in this Upanishad also it is said that those people who is able to recite this, sarvavid bhavati. He comes to the understanding of any and everything, more so about spiritual and scriptural knowledge. So with this, I think we can
I
just...
had a question here. So, I mean, is there a time that you recite this? Or I think the slokam had listed when and...
It has given 3 times, morning, afternoon, and evening. And whenever you recite your morning or evening or that, you will be getting rid of the sins. Because in our body, the blood becomes bad blood the moment you are making some gestures. If you move the hand, if you move the finger, the blood becomes bad and it has to go. And heart has got constant work with some pressure to convert the bad blood into good blood and send back. After all, we have to maintain our body with 6 liters of blood inside our body. So that 5 or 6 liters of blood will keep on recycling, and so our purity of the blood is being maintained. Like that, when we recite these mantras in the morning, the night papa will disappear. In the afternoon, from morning to the afternoon, papa will disappear. And in the evening, whatever papa that you have done whole day will disappear. As a result, you remain pure. When you are pavitra, you are eligible for further enhancement and practices.
Beautiful.
That's why we always say, Mama upatta samasta durita chaya dwara parameswara prityartham. This is sankalpa. Durita chaya. Chaya means reducing, making it reduced and removed. When once the sins are reduced, dwara means the gates get open. The gates of God get open. Then we can enter to please the Parameswara with our own puja procedures. Something like aircraft in the airplane, they open the gate and people go to the, where they go to aircraft. So the aircraft is Paramatma. So in order to enter into the aircraft or Paramatma, the gateway is opened when Upatta Durita Chaya. You understand? So Durita is knowingly or unknowingly we have been amassing mistakes and sin. And so that has got to be cleansed, and we do not know how it gets actually cleansed. We don't know. But in our body also, after all, small amount, 6 liters or something like that blood, it's all a miracle. No electrical equipment is there inside. No fittings and all that. God has instilled all that electrical energy, and everything is going on. That's why Krishna tells in Bhagavad Gita, 17th chapter, and everywhere, all indriyas have been oriented to work themselves. You personally need not do anything by yourself. Make the eye look, you don't want to screw up anything. When you open the eyelids, object is visible to you. Breathing, hearing, for heart beating, for the internal functions, you have no option and you have no interference, is it not? So when there is no interference for your Jnanendriyas and Karmendriyas and Antakaranas, you are free. Because you are free, you take to yoga. That yoga connected to me. And I take care of the whole thing. So he says that body, indriyas, mind, and buddhi. All these 4 things are there endowed in humans and all animals. Animals' matter is different. They don't have all these problems. They are born, they live, they die. Their moksham is there. Every janma is eligible for that. That's what Shankara asks Shiva and Sivananda Lahari, that whatever be the kind of birth that you have granted me, let that birth be directed towards reaching you. So like that, when we read Bhagavad Gita, you get this kind of clue, how beautiful it is. We are not to do anything to hear, not to see, not to do that. It is just the automatic vyapara is going on. Beautiful idea. I loved that idea that I am not doing anything. So aham karomi, no, you are Paramatma. God is taking care. Like that, in this Upanishad also, anena ganapati bhavishyantati savagmi bhavati. So only thing is you have to have some physical action, some puja. If you do some abhisheka to Ganapati, he becomes an oratory and his speech will be nice. And if you do more puja with upavasa, he becomes a great scholar and pandit. And if you do like that, you see, if you offer durva, it is much liked by him. If you just take that grass, 2 pieces of grass, if you offer to Paramatma, then he becomes richest, like Kupera Vaisravanohamo Bhavati. That is, the promises are very high because of Ganapati. And Ganapati is capable of all those promises fulfillment. We need not have a doubt about the promises made by the gods. But God's talk is same wherever he is. Sarvatra samameva vachyati. Like that, again, if supposing somebody dips the samidha in ghee, and then if he offers to in the Ganapati Homa, there is nothing that he will not get. Saha sarvam labhate. And to confirm it, there are 2 times repetition. Sa sarvam labhati, sa sarvam labhate. There is no doubt about it. Even Bhagavad Gita also, Krishna tells that you need not have any iota of doubt regarding me. Sarvadharman parityajya mameva saranam braja aham tvam sarvapapebhyo mokshayishyami. He says manada in the adjective. So manada means you are one who always behave in controlled manner. So mana is measured in a measured manner, in controlled manner, disciplined manner. If your behavior is there, automatically I am with you. So Krishna is always with Arjuna and not with Bhima or anybody. So when Arjuna, that's why Arjuna wanted to take credit. It's hopeless. Then he was told by Anjaneya, no, because Krishna was there. He was a shock absorber par excellence. So the arrows thrown by Bhishma, Krupa, Swat, all these fellows have used so much powerful. None of them affected you. But through me, you sent all the arrows, they affected them. But those arrows will not remain idle. They were all hiding. When once you and I all came out, then they burned the horses, they burned the chariot, and they had their ire fulfilled. So these are all some of the secrets of truths which we come to know through the scriptures, so to say, to infuse belief in us that all the activity that you do tending towards the pleasing of the God can never be waste. Name bhaktaha pranasyanti kalyana kruttata durgatim na gacchati. So anybody who does good work, he will never have a durgati. And he will always get prosperous. So some such promises have been there in these scriptures, I mean Upanishads, Vedas and Puranas and all that. So Vedic knowledge is able to give us necessary enthusiasm and spirit that we like to continue our life and do some Devahitam Charanta. So Lokahitam, Devahitam and all that. So that's why, and again, if Ganapati Upanishad is being recited, you will get the Dharma, Artha, Kama, Mokshas. They are the four aims for which we are given human birth. It is not simply to enjoy. So you are there to fret, to know yourself, make your body, mind and spirit and time appropriately utilized, and apart from the mundane happiness and success, there should be some super mundane tinge for our actions. So that is being given, and in Mahanarayana Upanishad there is that. So tamakratum pasyati vita shokaha dhatu prasadat. So it is not simply enough that if you are free from shoka, because we are worries, when there are no worries, but there should be divine grace to get rid of the worries. You know, Arjuna was always worried man, and he was burying himself in worries, but Krishna's presence made that worries disappear. And therefore he will say, you ultimately he comes to decision 18th chapter that Karishye Vachanam Tam. Normally Guru's Vakyas are very hard for us to follow. They always tell do's. We like don'ts. But ultimately when we see that there is meaning in the do's that they tell, then we say Karishye Vachanam. In the first he says Sishyasteham Shadi, and later on he says Karishye Vachanam. This is exactly what is that. Not only Ganesh Atharva, if you go to the Surya Atharva Upanishad or Devi Upanishad or another Upanishad I told, it is called Narayana Upanishad. They are all Atharva Sirshas. See, Atharva Sirsha means they are practically applicable at the same time realistic. And the promise fulfilling it is that. So simply making statements and getting our no. If you really follow that, Ganapati is such a shock absorber. People build beautiful house, put compound, put Ganapati on the gate wall, gate wall, and then go and happily sleep in the house. But he is the Sula absorber. Ganapati, he is the Sula or Drishti Sula or whatever it is. People looking at the building, oh, what a beautiful mansion. That kind of look will be completely destroyed, and nothing happens to the inmates of the house. That's why Ganapati is a great shock absorber. And And all people follow Ganapati from Puranic times. And the previous avatar or replacement is Agni. Agni, yesterday we know Agni in Vedic sacrifices, Srauta karmas, Ganapati in Smarta karmas.
Okay.
And moreover, it is time for me to tell you that this Gananam Tva Ganapatikum Havamahe is one in Ganesh Suktam of Rigveda, which contains 11 mantras.
Okay.
But among 11 mantras, this is the 9th mantra. People don't know what is that Ganesh Sukti up to 8th mantra. Then 10, 11 they don't know, but 9 is popular all over the globe. They make Gantanada and ask Ganapati to come. Havamahe means Ganapati comes up. He loves it. Because he has been praised so much that you are a wiser among the wise people. People are ready to go to the places where they are praised, where they are honored. So that way, gods are being attracted to the place of worship by virtue of the praises, because we have to recognize the honor. When we recognize the honor in the individual, the person becomes pleased and he will oblige to us. For example, Indraha Vruddhasravaha is one honor. But he is highly famous, more famous than any other god. So, and also senior most person among all gods. Like that, we have so much of promises and so many mantras, and we can take one mantra and recite, or some mantras and recite. It's all matter of our convenience and time. Yatha Shakti, Yatha Kalam, Yatha Shakti, Yatha Kalam, Yatha Desha. Our rishis are so kind that they have come down to the minimum. But they want that the minimum should be done at least. If you drop the minimum means they cannot come to our rescue. That's it, Amma. So I think.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much for the beautiful prayer. And it is an honor to learn from you, and the meanings and the references that you have brought. All of these have made a difference. And thank you again, Prabhakar Garu. Thank you all. Do visit us. Prabhakar Garu has a lot more lectures, discussions on various Vedic topics. You will find them at smriti.upasana.net. Thank you. Namaste.